just get a really good job. And I studied in England for 2 years because I got like a scholarship from FIU, and I was doing everything to make my diploma more like worth it, you know. And when I got this diploma and I started looking for jobs, it was super hard. I got almost depressed. I was so sad because I couldn't get jobs. And I was working like as a receptionist, as a waiter, even with my bachelor's degree in business. But because everything happens for a reason, everything with no exceptions, even the bad stuff in your life happens for a reason. All these experiences made me go with more strength toward my goals. So what happened was that I finally found a job with my career. So I was working in the Dolphin Mall as an internet sponsorship coordinator. So what I was doing was like doing in the marketing department, as you can see, that's Ricky Martin, and I used to meet all these like famous people. So it was really fun for a young person. It's like, that's amazing, but I wasn't making enough money. So then one day I was in the mall because it was my work, and I was like walking at the mall, but I didn't have any money to spend at the shops, and I was working. And then I found my sisters. My sisters didn't study at all, and they were working as bartenders at a nightclub. So they were shopping on a Monday, they had the money, they had Monday off, and I was working, I didn't have it off, and I didn't have the money to shop, and I was like, can you guys find me a job? And they're like, yeah, we can find a job. Anyway, they found me a job at this nightclub, and when you're really, really looking for something, you will find it. You will, and there's no coincidence why you are in Herbalife. There's no coincidence why you are here tonight. Because you're looking for something, because you just like you just don't, you want more of life, because the human is so great. We have so much greatness in ourselves, in our minds, in our hearts, that we don't believe it and we are afraid of it. But we're always looking for more because we can know we can have more. So anyway, I joined these other I was like bartending. And then I found Herbalife through one of the bartenders there, who is this guy on the left, like hugging me here. So he was my sponsor and my sister's sponsor because we started at the same time. And it's been amazing. And I'm not gonna focus especially on this story, but basically your story is so important because your story is kind of like the presentation card towards people, and your story is gonna be the bridge to people, because you are creating your story. So I am super grateful for my sponsor. Just be grateful for your sponsor because they are the bridge to your dreams. And I just started like training. These were the trainings before. We went to Herbalife. Herbalife is huge. If you have the opportunity to go to California, you can go to any place. If you want to go on vacation, why not going to California? Go to California and have a look. You can see how big Herbalife is. And this is actually one of the buildings. We have like a bigger building now. We are in more than 90 countries. But it's really good to go and see a little bit more. And little by little, I started bringing my family. These are my parents. I took them to my first extravaganza. And guys, this business is about people. You need to bring people. No matter what, you need to bring people. And for me, when I joined, they told me, you need to, it took me 7 years to graduate from university. Right. And when I joined Herbalife, this is the first tip I want to give you. And this is gold if you can take it. For me, when I joined Herbalife, I was like, okay, this is like doing an MBA, a master in business. Like, I'm gonna graduate from this. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna graduate. What do I need to do? And they were telling me that you need to talk to 10 people about the products. You need to talk to 10 people about the business every day. And I was like, okay. And they said, you need supervisors. You need to build a team. And I was like, okay. And that's all I did. Like, after 6 months, I became a team member, because they told me you need people in your team. And I was like, I need to get my family. So I don't know what you're gonna do, but you need to get people with you. If you are focused in what you need to do, you will do it. And for me, it was like, did I do my homework today? Every day was like, did I do my homework? And every month I was like, let me see if I'm doing my project. Like if you go to university and they're asking you your teacher gives you a project, you need to handle that project. So for me, Herbalife was like that. And thanks to that, being that focus, like after 6 months, I was Get team member. After 3 years, I was Millionaire team member. And it took me 7 years to graduate as a President team member, which it also took me 7 years to graduate from university. So anyway, this is one of the nutrition clubs that I opened. I opened 2 nutrition clubs. This was the biggest ones that we had. This is when I graduated from presidency with my sister. We did it together. That's my dad. They always used to go to all my events. And for me, guys, like, even if you have your family or if you don't have your family, don't worry about it. I've been 14 years in this business, and my cousin is just kind of starting to join us now after 14 years. So it doesn't really matter, but never lose, I wouldn't say hope, just keep on working, because they're gonna keep on being inspired. For me, it's really, really beautiful to not only bring my family, but also bring so many families into my team. And I'm gonna show you why, because Juan Mas is one of the families. I'm gonna show you later. This is my family in Colombia as well. This is my dad's brother and his family, so they're there too. Now we're able to, the money that Herbalife are gonna give you if you do the work, it's amazing. So we took our parents to Singapore last year because we were gonna go there for a big Herbalife event where we got a bonus for a lot of money. I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed. Sometimes I don't even believe it, because when I joined, they told me, like, I was making, I'll show you, hold on, I'm doing it like super fast because I know we don't have that much time. So this is my sister. They're almost gonna be president's team. They are millionaire team 7,500, and her husband, he was a policeman for 10 years in Miami. Now he's Herbalife, and he's, they loving it. This is Juanma's family. So you help other families too, and they all do the business together also. They super successful. They love it, and I love it that they love it, and they became your friends. This is another family that I have from Peru. I met them through my nutrition club. She was one of my clients, and she started bringing her family. So that's her nephew. He's very successful. This guy has a nutrition club, and he makes like between about $7,000 a month just from the nutrition club. And he's been doing this for a few years. Sometimes he even makes more. And this for me is so beautiful because he got from Peru, he came to the United States with no papers, no money, no car, nothing. And he did all of this through Herbalife. So it's been amazing. This is another family that I have. They are from Medellin. Maybe some of you know them. They're beautiful. So I love what I do. The way I see Herbalife is that we are like, every person you bring into your team is like a tree. What do you need to do to have a tree? You need to plant the seed, right? But then after you plant the seed, you need to nurture it, right? And then the tree is gonna give you a lot of fruits, and then you can eat the fruits. So you can do this, but you need to have patience, and you need to do a few things that I'm gonna tell you in the 10 steps. So anyway, this is more people. These are a few of my first lines. This is a group in Colombia as well. This is a change in my family. We are 5 sisters, and as you can see, it's amazing because the products are gonna make you feel better and look better. So it's the perfect business, because it's a business that is gonna improve your life in all areas of your life. And this is like, I like to share this. I'm sorry guys, it's in Spanish on this side, but I'm gonna translate. When I was an employee, I used to work 40 hours a week, and I was making, back in that picture that you saw in Dolphin Mall, I was making $32,000 a year. I don't understand, like a year, $32,000 a year, that's like so little, but that's what you make, when you graduate. And from Herbalife, this was in July, I have no words. Sometimes now the problem is like, what do I do with the money? How do I invest it? I don't know. It's like I need to learn because it's like, so it's beautiful. It's only been 14 years. 14 years is nothing. It's nothing. There's people who work for a company for 10 years and then they get fired. So I don't have words to be grateful with Herbalife because it's just unbelievable. And this is my life now. I recently got divorced. It was a very, very painful and hard time in my life. But honestly, with you guys, like Herbalife was also my therapy, because it's like work is a therapy. When you love what you do, it's just gonna help you in every area of your life. And this is the place where I live right now. That was my first sunrise when I moved here. So like I was like feeling like everything is just working the way it's going, and it's amazing. So this is my result with the products. I gain weight because of my personal issues, because of many things that I passed through. But I'm also very grateful to those years of my life, because they gave me, like, I never knew how a big person will feel. Like, I never knew how an obese person feels. And when I got to that point, I understood how they feel. And now I can tell somebody, like, you know, I know how you feel, and it's possible, you know, and now I feel great, and I love the products. I want to take my body to the next level now. So anyway, okay, so let's go to the points. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's go to the point. So I was like talking with Juanma, and we're like, okay, so what should we talk about in this class? And what is this business about? Because there's so many business in the world, and you can do another type of business, but let's talk about this business. Why is this business so special? For me, this business is special, first of all, of course, because we're in nutrition, of course, because it's a people business, because we need to connect with people. This business is about connections with people, right? But we get paid in royalties. Okay, if you understand this since the beginning, and I'm so grateful to my sponsors, because they kind of like tattooed that in my head. They were like, royalties, and I was like, okay, royalties. So if you understand what royalties are, and you focus on building royalties, you will build royalties. But you need to understand a few things. So I just put here 10 tips. They're not steps, because you don't need to. You actually don't need to follow the steps to do it. It's just 10 tips, okay? That I think they are important. Of course, there are so many things that you need to do, but I'm just gonna teach you the ones that I thought about before teaching this class to you. And here we go. Are you guys ready? Okay, good, perfect. Tip number 1. So how can we grow royalties? Okay, oh, but wait. Because some of you, maybe some of you are new here, maybe you are a guest, and you want to become a distributor. Well, that's the first step. Become a distributor and get more information about what this business is. But this class is good for you, because you're gonna understand the importance of royalties, and you're gonna understand the importance of what to do in this business through these points. Okay, so first of all, because this is a people business, this is about connection. Point number 1. You need to improve your qualities as a person. Now, you can write it down. First, I need to improve my qualities as a person. I need to improve myself as a human being. I'm going to talk about 2 qualities that I think they are essential. First, empathy. You need to have empathy with people. What is empathy? Empathy is when you put yourself in the shoes of the other person. But don't stay there. Just put yourself in the shoes of the other person. Like, if somebody's is joining your team, you need to try to feel how they feeling, why they join your team, what is it that they need, so you can help them better, okay? But don't stay there, because remember, they come in to follow you because they want to get to where you are. So you can't just stay there, but you need to go, because if you're not gonna help somebody who fell, you go down, right? You go down, and you bring them up, yeah? You don't stay down, you bring them up, but you need to go down. To go down, you need to have empathy. Empathy you need to have with your clients, with your team, with everybody that's surrounding you. That's gonna give you a lot, like when you don't get along with somebody, it's because you don't have empathy with that person. Once you connect with empathy, you're gonna be able to solve the problem. You will. Eventually you will. Just connect with that. So whenever you have a problem, if tomorrow you have a fight or disagreement with anybody, just think about, okay, empathy. I'm gonna put myself in the shoes of that person. And put yourself in 1 second in their shoes, and it's gonna be better for you. And if you solve that problem faster, it's better. So solve it as fast as you can. Problem needs to be solved as fast as you can, okay? And the other quality, it's patience. In this business, to grow your royalty, you need to be patient. with yourself first and with others. You know, sometimes I want to, you know, like drag somebody from the neck and like, sometimes it's like, you know, but just breathe, like, okay, he's taking, maybe, you know, it's okay. Before you answer a text that you don't, you're like, this person is like asking me like 3 times, like what? Just breathe, okay? Have patience, because people, they're not like you. We are all different. We need to be patient, and you need to be patient with yourself, because royalties don't grow from one day to the other. They don't. My first year, I didn't make, like my first year, I already, we could say like, I was making maybe $2,000, $3,000, $3,000 a month after 1 year. But I was struggling because the first year I was building. So I had patience. I knew when I joined university, I knew it was gonna take me at least 5 years to graduate. So I was patient, okay? So you need to be patient with yourself and the business, with the royalties that you're gonna build, and with the people. Please be patient with the people. Now, being patient with the people doesn't mean that you're gonna follow their excuses. No, it's totally different. You're not gonna follow the excuses. You can be patient with the person taking time to realize that they are self-sabotaging themselves, okay? Because people sabotage themselves. So if they doing that, you can tell them, but be patient. They might take years to realize that. They might take 1 day, they might take 2 months, because it's your team. And guess what? We're not employees. So because we're not employees, you cannot fire anybody. So what can we do if we cannot fire people? You have a team and you cannot fire your team. Who's gonna fire your team? Nobody. They're gonna stay there, even if you don't like them. I know you guys like each other. I know you guys love each other, but sometimes things are gonna happen. You're gonna have disagreements, stuff like that. It's normal, okay? So just have patience. Okay, point number 2. You need to understand momentums. What is a momentum? What is a momentum? A momentum is called momentum because it's temporal. It's temporary. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a momentum. It would be just one more day. So a momentum is something that the energy is more intense. It's like momentum. It's temporary. Understand that. Just put it there. Any momentum is temporary. It's not gonna last. Okay. But you need to get better at knowing when is a momentum, when to create a momentum, and when there's no momentum. Because it's normal. It's like there's no momentum. Okay, you can create it. Yes. There's 2 momentums. There's a momentum for the company, for the economy, for the outside, or there's a momentum for yourself. There's 2 different momentums. The momentum for yourself, you create it. And you can be in a momentum yourself, like right now in Herbalife. We just passed through a momentum. We just did. It was a momentum in the country. I was overwhelmed. I was seeing the chats, and it was like, new president, new president, new president. I was like, and then I did 20K. But at the beginning, I was like, oh my God, I'm behind. And then Juanma's like, boom, president team first call. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, Juanma, thank you for inspiring me. I think I'm gonna go to the cuts. And then I cut to 20K. But I was like, oh my God, you know? So thank you guys, because you all inspire me, because I didn't cut. All of you, because Juanma's president team is you. So this organization inspired me, because I didn't do the cuts, and then the next month I did it. So that's a momentum. It was for the whole United States, okay? Mainly United States, but also other countries. So that was a momentum. But you can also create your own momentum. But now we need to understand we are not in a momentum right now in Herbalife. We're not. It's normal. It's because the momentum passed. Now, there's 2 things. You can create a momentum for yourself. It's not going to happen right now, because you need to create it. You need to build it, but create it. Okay, create it. You can create it. If you want to do like a fire pit, you start by doing the little fire, you know, a little, and then it's like, woof, a big fire. That's what's going to happen. That's the momentum. So what do you do? Okay, so you need to understand when you're not in a momentum, because the momentum is the time for harvest. And you're getting so much. But then when you're not in the momentum, what do? You need to plant the seeds. What are you doing right now? I ask you. write it down. What are you doing right now? Because this is the time to plant the seeds. We have 3 months until we finish 2020. I'm planting the seeds. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm planting the seeds because I know what's gonna happen. And I'm planting the seeds. Like, I'm super excited. Today, oh, by the way, I'm super happy because my new supervisor, who she and her husband became supervisor this morning, they are in this phone call. I invited them. And last week, I had my other friend, Judy, who became supervisor as well. So I have 2 new supervisors in first line. Why? Because I know when momentum is coming. I'm planting the seeds. I'm working. Like, I'm super fired up because I know what's going to happen. So just understand this and do it for you. Because if you want to build the royalties, you want to change your life and your family's life, you need to keep on doing it. You cannot just say like, okay, there's no momentum, that's it, I don't do anything. No, plant the seeds. So what would you do if you are a gardener and you know it's gonna start raining like crazy, like raining, good rain in a couple, like next month or 2 months or 3 months? That's what's gonna happen. That the way I see, I always like to see this business. I always related to nature, to like, you know, I always related to things like that. So for me, it's like I'm thinking I'm planting the seeds because it's gonna rain, and this rain is gonna nurture my seeds so much. So I need to plant enough seeds, because some seeds, like Jim Rohn says, some seeds are gonna be eaten by the birds. They're just gonna disappear. Some seeds disappear. Why? Because it's nature, because it's life, you know? So because that's gonna happen, I'm gonna plant enough seeds. Enough. More supervisors, more people, more clients, a lot. Because some are just gonna leave. It's normal. So plant the seeds. It's gonna rain, and it's gonna be a good rain. It's a rain of abundance. What's coming again for whoever is ready? Because if you are ready, the people who are really looking to change their lives, they're gonna look for you. First of all, because by attraction, you attract those people. If you are sleeping, not doing anything, these people are not gonna find you. You need to be there, ready for these people who are gonna change their life through you, and they can be better than you. You don't know. Like, you know what? I'm sure I'm gonna sign up somebody who's gonna be much better than me, and this person is gonna teach me, because I know I want this, and I'm preparing myself for this. And in order to prepare myself for this, I need to upgrade myself. Always change, upgrading to the best that I can. So, okay. We go to the third one. Teamwork. You're like, oh, they're always talking about teamwork, blah, 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 teamwork. Yeah, but this is teamwork, because we need to do teamwork. Are you working as a team? Because actually leaders, we understand teamwork, but sometimes we are so independent and we are such a leaders of ourselves that sometimes we tend to want to do things by ourselves, and we need to understand to delegate. We need to understand to ask for help, or we need to understand the abilities that other people have that you don't have. So guys, if you can work together as a team, do it as long as you can, is my recommendation. Why? If you want, write this down. Because unity is a strong force. Unity is a strong force. Because unity doesn't happen. Unity is created. So if you can have this, because you have the abilities of so many people together, and then unity is like, boom. You see? It's a strong. So it's not going to happen forever. It's not, of course not. Because when you grow, maybe you're going to divide a little bit, but if you can keep on working together, it's stronger. I'm not going to say it's better, because it depends what you think and what you make of it, but unity is a strong force. That's what I want to leave you to. Okay, so 4, know how to embrace emotions. What does this have to do with royalties? Well, because royalties are built over time. And what are you? You are a human. And a human has emotions. And we are the best investment that we have in our business. You. and you're humans, the people in your team who are people. So if the best, we say active, right? In English, we say active. The best active you have in your team is your people. And the best active you have in your team is yourself. And you are a human and you have emotions. So you wake up and you're sad. Oh, I don't want to work. And then you're happy, and then you're sad. And then you're frustrated. And then you have envy because somebody else is moving to another level or has more clients, and you feel envy. Or then you feel sad. What do you feel? So look, I said, know how to embrace emotions. I didn't say know how to handle emotions. I said embrace emotions. Why? Because when you have an emotion, let's talk about frustration. Because frustration, if you want, write it down. It's going to happen. You will get frustrated. It's part of the business. You will get frustrated at some point. So you might as well know this emotion. The first thing you need to do is, okay, the emotion is here. I'm frustrated. That's it. I am. You need to accept it. Because that's the best. Sometimes people are like working, and they don't realize they are angry. So when they talk to the client knows this people is angry, not with the client, but is angry with themselves, or is sad, or is frustrated. So people feel that emotion from you. So you just need to change it. It's like when somebody's negative, you know the person is negative. So you need to know how to embrace these emotions. So just do whatever you need. Like, okay, frustration comes when you are looking too much at the other side instead of looking to what you're doing. So you need to know and focus on what you're doing. Why are you gonna be like looking to the side if that's not gonna giving you energy? It's lowering your energy. If you look into the other side getting inspired, then perfect. Do it. But if you look into the other side and you're getting frustrated, just stop looking to the other side and look into what you're doing. How many people are you talking to? What is the next text you're sending? Like, make a phone call to a client and follow up. You know, one of the things that gives me more energy, well, apart from dancing, is talking to my clients. Because talking to my team also gives me energy. But my clients is like, they are the babies. They are starting with the products, they are excited when they lose a pound, or when you start talking with a distributor that just made a sale. When my distributors made a sale, I feel like I made the sale. I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm like going with them to the whole journey. And that's recharge my business. It recharged me to keep on doing it. Even if I'm president team right now, I'm the same like you, I'm a distributor. And right now I feel like a new supervisor. I got back to Miami last year, after my separation, and since the minute I got back, I felt like I just signed up again as a distributor. And I went to the STS, and it was so funny because I hadn't been in the STS because, oh my God, thank you, Herbalife. I was living in Vancouver and in California, so I kind of like did 2 sabbatic years, and I kept on receiving the checks from Herbalife. Thank you, Mark Hughes. Thank you, Herbalife. Thank you, God. So anyway, but I was receiving this money, and I was kind of like in a sabbatic year. So when I got back, I didn't go to STSs. I was going to big events, but in Vancouver, we didn't have STSs. So I didn't go to STS. So when I got back, I went to the STS in English. Juanma was there. And I was sitting in the back like a new distributor. And Juan was like, what are you doing there? You are a president team. I'm like, no, I'm a distributor. But that was so funny. And I was sitting there with 2 guests because I know if I was going to go back to work, I needed to bring people with me. So it's been amazing, and I'm loving it, and I'm doing amazing also because I have that mentality. So if I have it that I already did this business as a president team, you have to have it. You have to have it. You need to have it. So anyway, that's embrace emotions. Okay, 5. Understand uncertainty. Uncertainty, but I want everything planned. I want everything to happen the way I think it's gonna happen. Yes, but of course have a plan. Yes, have a plan. Like I had a plan for 2020. Everybody had a plan for 2020. What happened? Boom! Everybody's like, oh my God, the trip that you were gonna make, you couldn't make it. Everything changed. So I think 2020, what gave us as a gift was to understand uncertainty. Life is uncertain. So wait, plan, but be open. If you want, write it down. Make plans, but be open. So I'm not saying don't make plans. Of course, you need to see your numbers. You need to make the plan. You need to plan your day before you go to bed. Like, this is my day tomorrow. I already planned it. So I sit down. I always do it in a piece of paper like that, and then I throw them away. So I just write down what I'm gonna do the next day, and I plan my day. But if my day doesn't go this way, let's say tomorrow, a friend calls me and says, Sandra, I want to sign up. I'm here in Brickell. Let's meet up because I want to do Herbalife. You think I'm going to follow this? I'm going to meet with the person and sign them up. So life is uncertain. Or maybe I cannot go through this because I need to do something. It's fine because I'm okay with uncertainty. So if you are okay with uncertainty, you're not going to get too frustrated. You're going to adapt. And everything right now, another gift that the 2020 gave us is adaptation. The people who adapt better are the people who make it better for themselves. So I'm not saying, the first thing you need to say is like, okay, it's fine if it's not how I planned it to be. And then find a solution that's better for you. But now, wait. So I wanted to explain, I wanted to share with you a phrase from Stephen Hawking that I really, really like. And it says, intelligence is the capacity to adapt to change. I'm going to read it again. Stephen Hawking. Intelligence is the capacity to adapt to change. Look, he's one of the most intelligent persons in the world. He died already, but he was one of the most intelligent scientists in the world. But he's not even talking about mathematics or anything. He's talking about human who has the capacity to adapt to change. Even a gardener that maybe didn't even go to school and has the capacity to adapt to change is an intelligent person. So intelligence is not only, it doesn't have to be just that you are super intelligent with numbers or stuff like that. You are intelligent if you adapt to change. What would you do if you are in a new country with a different language, with a different culture? What would you do? Would you adapt? So you might as well adapt to the changes that are happening in Herbalife, adapt to the changes. Like today I was talking with one of my team members, and oh look, I want to share this with you. This is super excited. It's actually Manuela, and she was like, Sandri, we don't have lifto. What are we gonna do? The home clothes, blah, 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 blah. I was like, we need to create another drink with other products. So she's creating another drink and blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, yeah, but my new girl, she opened a nutrition club and you know, everything is a mess. She's very like upset. And I recently saw, I don't know if you guys, I like Richard Branson a lot. Richard Branson is the owner of Virgin Atlantic. He inspired me so much. This guy, he's older now, but he's like an inspiration because he also works with his family. He has like, I think he's richer than the Queen of England. And he shares really good stuff in his Instagram. And he was talking about how people who adapted better in 2020, some people started creating new businesses, some people. So anyway, another thing that I think is gonna happen is, and this happened to Manuela today, then like a few minutes after, she's like, I'm almost crying, guess what? Another distributor, she had a stock of a few liftoffs, like a few, like 20 boxes, I don't know. And she said like, oh, I can give this, I can exchange this to the one that needs the liftoff for the home club. And I was like, wow, that's solidaridad. How do you say that in English? Solidarity? Solidarity, So I think what's happening also is that we are gonna develop better as humans through the challenges. It's already happening because we are developing this as a team. So anyway, okay, that's number 5. Let's go to number 6 because it's 10. What's the time? Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up. Okay, we're gonna talk about warm and cold leadership. What is that? Warm and cold. Remember, I like to see things like that. So you need to do both, warm and cold leadership. What is, okay, sometimes you need a cold shower, you know? Not only warm showers, sometimes you need a cold shower. So for people, you need to say things to people like a cold shower. Like, You need to say what they need to hear just because you love them. If you love somebody, if you have a child and the child is gonna burn themselves because they touching the fire, you're gonna be like, don't touch the fire, right? Because you need to be a cold shower. That's the cold leadership. When you say things straightforward and you just say it straightforward because you love them, because you want them to grow, and just go. You do the same with your clients. If they're eating bad, you have to tell them. Otherwise, it's just gonna do it. They're just gonna keep people doing. Or like with the products. Oh, I don't wanna tell them to buy more products because maybe they don't have money. Well, but if this person buys this other product that she really needs, you need to tell them. Okay, but then the warm leadership is do it with love. You also need to recognize people. You also need to embrace people. You also need to love people. You also they need to want to be next to you. Because if you always a cold shower, you don't want cold showers every day. You want a warm shower sometimes. You know, if you get cold showers every day, you're like, I'm so sick of these. But if you get warm showers every day, you're like, I need a refresh cold shower, you know? So, okay, that's it. So just think about what kind of shower this person needs today. A cold one or a warm one? And then you do it. Okay, 7, understand you need to be a supervisor or make supervisors. Understand it. It sounds very simple, but you need to do it. If you're not a supervisor, become supervisor as soon as possible. This month, I don't care. This month, I don't care. This month. For me, I talk to people, I'm like, I know you can do it in more months, but why? If you want to do this business, you need to do it now. You know? And also, if you want to do this business, you need to do it in line of supervisors. I'm going crazy with line of supervisors. For me, it's like line, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because we need to build teams. So why doing one supervisor if we can do a line? Like I have here, Glenda, watch out, because I have them here and I'm like, we need to do more. If she's a supervisor here, you need to do another here, because it's gonna be different. Their business is gonna be different. So you need to push it, you need to dig, because this business is about network. It's about building like a web, like a spider web. So you need to get more people. Also, understand these pins, the stone pins. You need to understand these. And these, I'm embarrassed to show you this because I should have the 10. I should. You know, I'm 20K. To myself, I'm like, Sandra, no way. I have the 7 stone pin. I'm in codes to 8 pin, but I need to have the 10 as soon as possible. Go for the stone pins. I'm not gonna tell you how because that's another class, but please go for the stone pins. These pins are important. These are royalties. You need to build these. If you don't even have one stone in your team, work for the one. It doesn't matter, work for the one. You are in codes. This month you need to code for first stone. Next month, if you have the 1 stone, I want you to write down how many stones you have. If you already have 1, then code for the second. I don't care, just do your codes. You're not gonna get a pin from Herbalife because it doesn't exist, but you're gonna get a pin for you, okay? And you're gonna imagine, like for me, I'm getting the pin for the 8 stones, even though it doesn't exist, I'm gonna get it, okay? So this is very important for royalties. Okay, point number 8, this is a strong one. Why do I take so longer in the first steps with the last ones are the best? Okay, watch. This is this is the best of all. Earn your own respect. Earn your own respect. You know how? Your own respect, you cannot buy it. You cannot fake it. You can only earn it. Because your mind knows when you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You can lie to everybody, but you cannot lie to yourself. Go and look at yourself in the mirror and see what you see. But don't look at your eyebrows, don't look at your lips, look at your eyes. And look at yourself and ask, did I do what I said I was going to do? Yesterday? Today? Every day. Do that every day. Do it every day and you'll see. Because guess what? The self-sabotage is the worst thing that we can do, and we all do it. I do it sometimes. We all do it. It happens. We're humans. We're learning. So you need to earn your own respect, because when you don't respect yourself, people are not going to respect you. Don't worry about people. That's just like a boomerang. It's going to happen because you don't respect yourself. And they say like, oh, that doesn't work. That business doesn't work. If the business is working for you and people say that to you, you'll be like, okay. Sometimes they say this to me, and I just laugh like, okay, maybe you think that, that's fine, but it works for me. And I'm just like, it works for me. And they like, tell me about it. What do you mean it works for you? I'm like, no, don't worry. If you don't think it's gonna work for you, let's just leave it that way. And people are like, why? So because in this way, I did my path, and of course my work, my business is very successful. So I earn my respect in that way. But believe me, in other areas of my life, I don't, and I'm working on it. So my best advice for you is earn your own respect. Also, because your mind is gonna be like, okay, this month I'm gonna have a new supervisor. This month I'm gonna have 10 new clients. And your mind is like, ha, you're right. You said that last month and you didn't do it. That's what happens. Your mind laughs at you. Some people say like, oh, the devil and the angel, blah, blah. You can say it however you say it. But it's you with you. You with you. So earn your own respect in every little thing. In eating healthy every day. In doing your workout every day. In talking to people every day. And having a client. Because you know what? The goal is not only talking with the people. It's like getting the client. You be more specific, because if your goal is only to talk to people, it's like, okay, I'm talking to people. No, your goal is talk to people, fall in love with the activity, even if you don't get the result right away, but also have the goal of what you want. Whenever I'm like, I want a client today, I get the client because I'm like obsessed. Become obsessed. Obsession is good. People think it's not, but obsession is good. It's good in a way because it's like we said, it's like a momentum. When you're obsessed, you're not always obsessed. Obsessed happens sometimes. And okay, 9 is like always make it simple, magical and fun. I could talk about this for hours because it sounds very, very simple, but it's very deep. And that's why this is the basic of Herbalife. Always do it simple so you can duplicate it. Always do it fun because there's gonna be a time when you make a lot of money, and if it's not fun, you're not gonna keep on wanting to do it. For me, honestly, I don't have to do Herbalife. I really don't have to. But I'm doing it because I love it, I have fun. If I don't have fun, it's like I don't wanna do Herbalife. Don't talk to me. I don't wanna do it. Because this needs to be fun. This needs to make people happier. Because what's our mission? To make people healthier and happier. So you need to be happy. If you're not happy, how are you going to tell people your mission is to make people happy? You need to be happy yourself. What makes you happy? Okay? You need to be healthy yourself. When I wasn't healthy, at least people knew I was making my best to be healthy. I was trying and I was like doing, So if you're not happy, at least try, Okay, and the last one. These guys, what I'm going to tell you right now is something that I learned, and I know Leo knows, Melissa and Juanma, because they were there with me. This year, in January, we had an event in Marco Island. This event it was called Future Presidents Team event, right? It was in Marco Island in January. And this event, I want to share this with you because even though it's for people who are like, higher in Herbalife, I think this is for everybody. Like, it's so important, like I want to share with you. And this is what they said at the end of the event. And guys, for me, this got through me. It really got through me. And it's like tattooed inside of me. And in all the trainings that I've been doing, I've been sharing this because I'm passionate about it and because I think about this every single day. And it's super short and it's super simple, but it's super magical. This is what they said. They said, write it down. You ready? Finish it. That's all they said. Finish it. What? Whatever you want to do. Finish it. What's your goal this month? What's your goal tomorrow? What's your goal? To have a client? Finish it. Have your client. What's your goal for this month of September? Do 5,000 points, 10,000 points, 2,500, 2,000 points. Finish it, do it. What's your goal for this 2020? What did you set for this 2020? We still have 3 months. Finish it. Whatever you said you were going to do it, finish it. And whatever you join, whatever reason why you join Herbalife, finish it. If you join just to make, I don't know, to have an extra vacation with your family and you have it, you finished it. That's perfect. That's like becoming president team because you're doing it. If you joined this business just because you wanted to do a business with your partner so he could quit his job that he didn't like and he's already doing it with you, you already finished it. Then find another goal. Bravo. If you join this business because you wanted to become a president team, then finish it. Become a president team. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. That's what I said to myself. They were telling me do it for 10 years. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be like my master's degree. I will do it. And it took me 7. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, but finish it. That's it. 10 p.m. Sorry, Juanma, I took 5 more minutes.
Okay. Wow. I mean, guys, what am I supposed to say? I feel like we just finished an extravaganza section here, you know, and again, like I always say, I'm so proud of the leadership we have within our team, but guys, she's our upline. She's the person that paved the way for us and still paves the way for us. And at least she taught the little bit about that I know about Herbalife. She taught me a big part of it. And you see it from how she speaks, doing this business with love, with kindness, with heart, you know, but with utmost firmness to just finish everything you started. And that's what she's taught me all this way through. And I'm so proud. And I know we are all so proud to be in your downline, to be, you know, sponsored by you and everything that you told us tonight. I'm sure 100%, I don't even have to ask. Everybody took it with so much pride, and they're going to be applying it as soon as possible because this call right now was deeper than deep, you know, and I'm sure that everybody took so much from it. So thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. We are so happy for all your success. 30K is coming very, very soon as well. 40K, 50K, 3, 4, 5 diamonds, and so on. So thank you so much for giving us so much for tonight, you know. Guys, if you have, we could take 2 questions because we not always have Sandra with us. You know, she's a 20K President's team member. She's taking the time tonight to be with us. I'm pretty sure most of you have been hearing from her tonight just for the first time. So if you have any questions, any comments, please put it on the chat and we could go ahead and ask her really, really quickly.
I love questions.
Late, but I think it's worth it. So,
you know, I love questions, Juanma, so I'm here.
Yeah.
Shoot. You guys, if you got, feel free to ask anything you like, because sometimes people, how do you personally build momentum? I love that question. Guess what? When I got back to Miami last year, I didn't have many clients because I was kind of like in a sabbatic year. So I got back and I was like, okay, what do I do? First, I needed to start. The first thing I thought was like, okay, do not Herbalife Natural. What's Herbalife Natural? It's change your chip that you are doing Herbalife in your natural life. So I went to the gym one day and I was there exercising, and then a girl came by and she's like, oh, can I dance here? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, by the way, look, I work with Herbalife. If you ever want to buy a shake, like, you know, I sell it. I was like super simple. And then she joined and she's now our team. But that's Herbalife Natural. So change the chip to do like whatever you are doing Herbalife, but very natural, like very like natural. Okay, that was one thing. And then the other thing that I did was I was like, okay, I actually need to join a tool, like a método diario de operación, DMO. Yeah. So like, what is your tool? How you find clients? So for me, I was like, I never did the challenges before, the 21 day challenges, and I'm in love. I'm like, I love them so much. Like we finished one. We finished it today, No, yesterday, the challenge, and then we started the other one the 1st of October. And I'm learning so much. I was like a little child, like learning the tool, because challenges, the 21 Day Challenge is like a nutrition club, a virtual nutrition club. And I did nutrition clubs, but not a virtual nutrition club. So how I build momentum, I was like, let me plug into a 21 Day Challenge. So I recommend you, if you're doing one tool, maybe add another one, or become really, really good at the tool that you're doing. So for me, I have two tools. One tool is Herbalife Natural, which I do. I'm focused and I'm do Herbalife Natural. And my other one is the 21 Day Challenges. But I'm super focused. So I build from having no clients to I'm closing with, right now I have 4,500 volume points, which I know is not like, oh my God, the biggest amount of points. Some people do 10,000, 15,000, but for me, I'm super grateful. I'm super excited because it's for all clients and it's building, and I've been doing 5,000 volume points for the past 3 months, and my goal is to do 10,000 points. So I started building it with the challenges. And with the challenges is that I have my clients are becoming supervisors. So because I understand the tool is to use it not only to bring clients, but also to develop distributors. You need to understand that. So I also want to say, if you are in a challenge and you don't have clients, or maybe you have one client, it doesn't matter. Become better at it and stay there. Don't go out of the challenge because you don't have clients. Just keep on being there. I need to talk to part of my team. Sometimes they leave. I'm like, they're not understanding. Like, if you open a nutrition club, you don't close it when you don't have clients. You stay there until you have clients and you make it work. It's the same with the challenges. It's the same. Okay, what is your advice for someone who is opening a fit camp in a cellular club at the satellite club? I am extremely overwhelmed and stressed out to the point of giving up on this goal. Okay, first of all, Evelyn, stress, I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Believe me, I was so stressed 2 weeks ago. I was so stressed that I was like, it's overwhelmed. I know how you feel. Don't worry about it. Congratulations of accepting it. Okay, that's good. Don't worry, it's gonna pass. It's temporary. Don't ever quit when you are stressed. You know that they say don't fight, like whenever you are angry, don't try to not say things when you're angry, because you're gonna say the worst things. Just try to become better, and then you say what you feel. So it's the same with the business. When you're stressed, don't make decisions when you're stressed. Don't make decisions when you're frustrated, because you are immature in that moment. So you need to be more mature to make the decision. So my advice to you is, don't worry about it. Think about you need to become better at doing things. When you grow in this business, you need to start. Imagine myself. I need to divide my time in my clients, in my team, which is huge team, in so many teams, so you become better. Just take this as a challenge for you to become better. Organize yourself. For me, what helps me, get an agenda and organize yourself with time and be more focused, because we waste a lot of time in things that are not necessary. It happens to all of us. So this is but now, if you're really, 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 really overwhelmed, then just choose one. Don't do two. Just do one, do it good, and then you add the other one. Like for me, I'm not gonna do another tool right now because I will be overwhelmed and stressed, and then I'm not gonna be happy. Then I'm not doing Herbalife. So I prefer to just stay just in the challenge and do it really good. So that's my advice to you. Make it a natural intention wherever you are. Yes, exactly. It's a natural intention. It's part of your life. And the more natural you do it, the less tacky it is. Actually, I didn't say that to my friend, I sell Herbalife. I didn't say it that way. I said it really nice, really cool. Because you have to don't be tacky, just be it's cool, But I know you guys are. So, any more?
Have any more questions, guys?
Evelyn, did I answer your question, or you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, guys. So we're already hitting 10:10. So again, thank you so much, Sandra. thank you. We are so excited for everything and so proud to have you as our sponsor. Like I said, thank you for taking from your time, your busy time, to come here tonight and accepting our invitation and just giving us this top of the line training, guys. I don't know, I literally felt like it was an extravaganza, so much value in everything that she said. I got chills 100 times during this call. So thank you so much, Sandra. All right, guys. 1 week left of September. It's time to finish it. Like Sandra said, finish your initial goal. Whatever you had as a goal at the beginning of September, it's time to finish it. 1 week, guys, is more than enough time to get things done. It's just a matter of focusing. It's just a matter of channeling all that energy that you have towards that one goal that you have towards September, period. All right, nothing else exists. Your priorities are aligned, your priorities are clear. Just go work for it and finish it. Okay, very important. Future Tab Team School, guys, first cut this month. So very important, and I clarified to the tabs, but not to you guys. So if you're a brand new supervisor in 2020, okay, the way you qualify to this event is by doing 3 consecutive months of 2,500.